Hey folks, I'm Philip B, and welcome to another Bear Spotlight video of games that I love that I want to show you that you may or may not have seen before. This is an oldie, but a greatie. In fact, this is one of my favorite games of all time. It might even be my favorite game of all time if I really think about it. This is Star Control 2. Now I'm playing on a special version that you can get as a client that you can put on your desktop and just play from there. It pops up. And it does all the great stuff. It has all the sound and voiceovers and stuff from the original games, as well as some modified sounds. It's called the Urquan Masters. It was a fan-done project. But you can also download Star Control 2 and Star Control 1 for that matter, which is not nearly as good as a game as Star Control 2. On Steam and play it that way, but it is the old DOS version of the game rather than the 3DO version of the game, which is how this game became popular. Yes, that's how old this game is. The DOS version does not have voiceovers and the same sounds. So this version, Urquan Masters, is better, but if you don't want to download a fan-made game for whatever reason, you could just do the Steam version and just be able to read the text as opposed to listening to the awesome voiceovers that were included with the game. Anyhow, this is a fun role-playing game, space exploration, and all that jazz. We'll see how it is. Let's start a new game here, and we'll play a little bit. And I'll probably jump ahead a few times in this so you can see different aspects of the game. But it's pretty cool. So the original game is called Star Control 2, as you can see there, based on the source code of Star Control 2. Made by Fred Ford and Paul Rishi. But the Urquan Masters is a fan project that brought that game back. There are many great battles. Earth and her partners in the Alliance of Free Stars. Against the evil of Urquan and its hierarchy of battle thralls. And the Urquan were winning. Meanwhile, on the edge of the known frontier, an amazing discovery was made. Far beneath the surface of an unexplored alien world, a huge underground city, filled with the technological wonders of an advanced alien race, the Precursors, who vanished 1,000 centuries ago. But then the main Urquan fleet broke through the Alliance's defensive line, isolating the planet, stranding the scientists 100 light years away from Earth. They waited hopefully for a rescued vessel, which never came. "20 years have passed. We, the survivors of the research mission, have colonized this world. We continued our investigation of the underground city, and we have discovered its purpose. It is a factory. A factory for building starships. But there aren't enough materials to make a complete vessel. We can finish only the skeleton of one starship. But that must be enough. Because you must captain the vessel and return to Earth." This is the time when video games were a little cheesy. "To travel the greatest distance, you must push through into hyperspace. Find out what has happened over these many years. Tell Earth of your plight. And if the war with the Urquan still rages, fight for Earth and the Alliance as well as you can." Ooh. Here we go. So this is what the sort of the main star map looks like where you're flying around. There is a map above this where you're flying through hyperspace, and there's a map below this while you're zipping around on a planet, one of the little landers. And we'll see what both of those are. You can see in the upper right corner we have our ship. Your Captain Zelnick. I believe I might be able to change those names, actually. If I do this, and I go down to Game, and I go to Settings, and I go to Captain. Let's change that to Filter B. Because I'm piloting this ship. I mean, that's what it said, didn't it? And we'll keep the name the Vindicator just fine. Okay. Although you can rename the ship if you want to. You can also turn off music and sounds if you want to. That works as well. Okay, exit menu. And then we have the star map here, which shows us space, the manifest, which I think shows us our ship, and the insides of our ship, and then to navigate is what we're doing out here on the ship. So you can see our ship there is this sort of blue thing with the green front. That's the precursor ship we bought, and the little thing attached to it is an Earth ship, a colony ship or battleship or whatever that we have attached to it too. So it's like a second ship, and our main ship is like a carrier in this game with its own weapons and modules and so on and so forth that you need to deal with, and then you have carrier ships that you carry around with you to help defend you. And you use that in the hyper melee combat, which is also very fun. We may see some hyper melee in this game, we'll see. At the bottom you can see we got crew there, 50. You can see the date, it's 2155, February 19th. We have 10 fuel, which is not a lot of fuel. And up at the top is our position and the system we're in. We're in the Sol system. So you can see all the planets here of Sol. You can see the inner planets there. Mercury is red, Venus is green, Earth is blue, Mars is red as well. A little bit further out you got Saturn and Jupiter and Neptune and Uranus, and then I think Pluto is included in this because it hasn't been yeeted yet from our constellation of planets. So let's move in and see what happens. So you just push forward, because this game is all keyboard, no mouse. You just push forward and you can control your ship. I can move it left and right, and see you got to grab inertia here because it is in space, so if you want to move a different direction you got to push in that direction and move that way. So it can make navigating around a little bit fun. And the more you push thrusters, the faster you go, but that inertia will continue to push you forward. So you got to be careful when you're moving around to not crash into things, because you can crash, or hurt yourself. We'll move all the way up to Earth here. Let's say, what the hell's going on with our home planet? Oh, what's this red ball?
Attention, interloper. Heed this recorded message. This drone vessel speaks with the voice and authority of Urquan. You are trespassing within Urquan space. This world, Earth, may not be approached for any reason, nor will hostilities against our orbital platform be tolerated. In addition, your ship does not respond to standard hierarchy identification transmissions, and is therefore deemed to be independent. This is not permissible. Only subservience shall be tolerated. This drone now leaves to inform the Urquan of your transgressions. You are commanded to remain here and await the arrival of the Urquan. Disobedience will be punished.
Ooh. So we've met the Urquan, or we think are the Urquan, and they fly off, a little drone there. So you can see the Earth is in the middle there in red. Why is it in red? Not quite sure. You can see the moon floating around there, and there's a space station. Let's go see the space station. See what's going on. Of course, I already know what's going on because I played this game many, many times.
Attention, unidentified space vessel. I am Starbase Commander Hayes of the slave planet Earth. Our hyperwave broadcast is extremely weak. Situation critical. Energy cores exhausted. Scanners and deep radar are non-functional. We cannot identify your vessel. Are you the scheduled hierarchy resupply ship? Repeat, are you the resupply vessel?
One thing about this game is the music is absolutely on point. It is bopping in every scene. And especially love the Earth soundtrack here like this. It's quite fun. Anyhow, like a normal role-playing game, you get to pick your various responses here, and sometimes your responses are hilarious. The writers of this game, Paul and Fred, absolutely put a lot of humor into this game. Aliens are wacky, what you can talk about is wacky, and so lots of cool stuff going on here. So we could say, no, the Starship Vindicator, we used to stand ready to assist you, or yes, this is a resupply vessel. What do you need resupplied? Or Slave Planet, Hierarchy with resupply vessel. What the heck is going on here? How about that one? That sounds like the most realistic response to coming back to Earth.
Look, I don't know who you are or why you're here, but right now the only thing I'm worried about is saving the lives of 1,900 men and women aboard this starbase, and right now you're our only hope. I can't keep the transmitter on too much longer. We need the power for heat and air, so if you don't have any radioactives on board your vessel, please get some and bring them back here before it's too late.
Okay. Where can we find these radioactive elements?
The fastest way to get radioactives in this system would be to land on Mercury and scour the surface for deposits of radioactive elements. But be careful. Mercury's a pretty inhospitable place. Watch out for earthquakes and those high temperature areas.
They're giving us some warning about landing on planets, that there are hazards.
Thanks. I'll make sure to mention this the next time I talk with our masters. I'm sure they will reward you.
Perfect. That's the end of our conversation with the space station. Alright, well, we said Mercury. Well, let's go to Mercury. So you can see the solar system zoomed in here to just Earth. But if you move outside of the box, it'll zoom back out again to the larger system. So this is the inner solar system it zoomed out to. You can see Venus there, and Mercury, the red planet in the middle, with the red line around it. So we'll head over there. That's where he said to go, so let's go there. There we go. And then every time you enter a new screen, it does stop your ship, which is nice, so that you can reorient yourself and move along. So we get over to Mercury here. Hi, Mercury. There's the planet of Mercury. You can scan it. Let's scan. We'll auto-scan, so it'll scan for everything. Minerals, perfect. Energy signatures, nope. Biological signatures, nothing. Good, so there's just minerals here. And we want radioactive minerals, okay? So if I go to minerals, oh, I already did the scan, right? If I go to dispatch, you can see what's going on here. If I hover over this, these are radioactives, I believe the red ones are. I know the gray ones, it's been a little while since I played, but I have played this a lot. I think the gray ones are like iron and stuff like that. There's classifications if you look this up on what each of the colors mean. Yellow, I think, is gold, maybe. And the red and orange are something else. So what you want to do is land on this planet. We got to be very careful that when we land, that we don't blow up our ship right away. So let's land real quick. And then I have to remember how to get back up again. You can see on the planet here, we got to make sure we don't get yeeted by anything here. Oh, we got some radioactive elements. Got some iron real quick. Okay, let's head back up. So you can see we lost 3 crew members there. Let's dispatch again. We'll go down to here and we'll grab some of this stuff real quick and we'll see if we can get back up again. We do risk blowing up our ship like this. There's some silver, some sulfur, lots of fire. Let's get back up there and let's try this one more dispatch and we'll go over here to this red dot here and see if that's what we need, because we definitely don't need silver or sulfur. We need radioactive materials. And the accuracy of your lander is not wonderful. Let's go. Oh, let's do that. Let's grab this and then go. We're done. We're done. We're done. We're done. Okay, let's exit menu here and let's navigate away from this planet. So we lost 8 crew on that mission. You can see we went from 50 to 42, so 8 people died. If your crew goes down to 0 while you're on a planet like that, your lander blows up, and you only have so many landers. I believe we have 1, and I think that's what's underneath the crew there, a little gray thing. So let's not do that. We'll head over here. Let's go check out Earth real quick. See what's going on. Oh, it's this red stuff. Scan. Auto scan. Cannot scan. Can't dispatch. Can't do anything to the planet. Something's wrong with Earth. Got a big red thing around it. Guess we'll go to the station again.
Did you find any radioactive elements for our power cores?
You're ready to
We're
transfer.
initiating transfer of radioactives, Captain. Now, as soon as our engineers can refit the energy cores, that's much better. Power ratings are climbing. Life support is coming back into the green. Deep radar systems and sensors are now online, and I can scan your vessel. What the hell kind of ship is that? Just who are you, Captain?
I'm Captain Philip B. of the Starship Vindicator. We are survivors of the Star Control Science Research Team of the Vela Star System.
Star Control Science Mission, huh? Captain, I served as a Star Control officer during the war aboard several cruisers in the Corward Front. And if there'd been any scientific mission to Vela, I would have heard about it.
Mission was highly secret.
You know, come to think of it, there were some rumors that Corridor 9, the Special Operations Division of Star Control, was directing some hush-hush operation near Andros in space. The Vela Star System, yes, that would be the right direction. So, Captain, if you say it's true, how do you explain that huge alien starship you're flying? And why are you here? What do you want from us?
We've returned to Earth to give you technological secrets of the precursors and to help you fight the hierarchy. I need you to explain a few things.
Okay, what do you want to know?
What's the purpose of Starbase?
Slave law requires that we maintain an orbital space platform to assist hierarchy vessels which are in need of repairs or fuel. Since the shield around the Earth cuts us off completely from the planet, we're dependent on the Urquan resupply ships for our non-renewable resources. The resupply vessels are supposed to arrive every 5 years, at which time the Urquan somehow penetrate the shield and exchange those of us up here with replacement personnel from the surface. When the Alliance lost the war, the Urquan gave Earth a single choice: join the hierarchy as battle thralls and fight for the Urquan to enslave other sentient species, or become fallow slaves and be forever imprisoned on a single world encased in an impenetrable energy shield here on Earth. We choose not to fight for the Urquan. Soon after the Earth accepted the Urquan's oath of fealty, they departed, leaving behind a battle group of Spathi and Ilrath ships based on the moon. That was the Urquan security drone that keeps an eye on us. Captain, what happened to the spy drone? Oh no, right now it's probably cruising through hyperspace heading right towards the closest hierarchy outpost. When the Urquan find out that you're here, they're going to send a combat fleet instantly.
So we can say that we have this.
Fight the Urquan. Win back our freedom. I remember having such thoughts myself once, long time ago. That was in the first years after the defeat, when it was still terrifying to look up and see the bloody glow of the pulsating slave shield overhead. So day and night we gazed up at the impenetrable wall as though the sheer power of our hatred would pull it down. But over the years I spent so much of my time struggling, down on the surface, under the shield, and then later up here trying to keep the station alive, that I'd forgotten what it means to be free, to hate our Urquan masters. And now here you are, in an alien ship of unknown power, offering me your assistance to fight against the hierarchy again after all these years. Captain, your offer is intriguing. It's tempting to think that with your advanced precursor technology, we can somehow crack the Earth's slave shield and reassemble the Alliance to attack the hierarchy. And this time, win the damn war. Consider the consequences if you should fail. The Urquan won't just punish us here on the station, they'll exact a gruesome retribution on the surface below as well. Before I commit this station to helping you attack the Urquan and accepting the risk of annihilation if we are defeated, I have to make sure that you and your ship have what it takes to oppose the hierarchy. I'll make you a deal. If you can eliminate the alien base on the moon and get rid of that threat at least, I will seriously consider your offer.
Cool. Details about the moon?
After the Urquan erected the slave shield around the Earth and established this space station, they decided to leave a contingent of combat ships close to the Earth to keep watch on our planet and confirm that they were obeying the Urquan slave laws. I'm certain they're still out there on the surface of the moon because we can pick up a constant stream of alien broadcasts. Be careful, Captain. There are probably a dozen Spathi eluders and Ilrath Avengers down there on the lunar surface. I don't know why they haven't come after you yet, but when they do, you'd better have your weapons armed and your thrusters burning hot.
There we go, we have another mission. Well, let's go to the moon and figure this out. Now, I'm just going to go through this initial thing, and then I'll probably jump in a little bit later, after this initial story stuff is done, so you can see a little bit of a later stuff, so maybe some of the other aliens. Here's the moon. Let's scan the moon. Auto scan. Oh, it's got some nice minerals on it. Not really valuable minerals. But good, no. Lots of life on the moon. Okay. Let's dispatch. We'll head down. What's all this stuff on the moon? Let's grab this iron while we're at it. And, don't quite remember what it is to shoot. Hold on. It'll take me a second here to figure out how to shoot. I'll just look that up. Give me a second. Okay. Got the controls figured out. Let's dispatch. It's the shift or control button, I believe. Oh. There we go. There we go. We'll eliminate these little robot thingies. Oh, there's another one up here. Hi, robot. Goodbye, robot. Hi, robot. Goodbye, robot. Pick up this aluminum. Why not? Check out the base in a second. Let's eliminate the rest of these guys. There's a little stun beam. You can use it to stun creatures on the planet. And, take them as biological samples. You can see on the bottom right there, on my minerals is at maximum, so I can't collect any more minerals. It's a waste if I try to. And you can go around the side. The map is wrapping, so you can go around it, no problem. Let's do that. We'll check out this base. They discovered an alien base. We've explored it. Inside that must have been abandoned many years ago at great care has been to make it look like if it's appearing active with life support systems, robotic instructions moving around, bulldozing moon dust into random piles. In addition, they have found the installation of the hyper wave locked in transmission mode, endlessly playing the same alien recording. Although we cannot translate the message, our Xenotech ensign Rigby believes that the message is some kind of alert Mayday broadcast. The base is filled with useful materials and equipment. We will scavenge as much as we can and bring it aboard immediately. Here we go. Now we're done. Now we can leave. We can grab that last piece of minerals, but I think I'll just leave it now. And let's head back to Earth and let the captain know what's going on.
Have you dealt with the base yet? I'll be darned. All these years we've been listening to their incoherent broadcast, and we never even guessed. Captain, listen closely. Long-range sensors show a ship closing on this station fast. Our computer identifies it as Ilrath, Avenger class. I think you've got a fight on your hands, Captain. Your best bet is to wait until you have point-blank range. Captain, it's jamming our signal.
So now we hit a fight.
By the fetid breath of the Dark Twin Kazon, a human and an alien starship. How fascinating. When I intercepted that Urquan drone and learned that an unidentified starship had approached Earth, I never expected to find such a remarkable vehicle in the hands of a human. Humans are prey animals, weak and helpless. But here is a human in an armed starship, and therefore in direct violation of the oath of fealty. I am sure our masters, the Urquan, will punish Earth most severely for this treachery when I present them with the twisted wreckage of your ship and your many charred corpses.
Where did you come from?
You will soon be dead. I will gladly explain. We have spent many years gleefully preying on the Pakunk. They are a pitiful, easily killed species. And we would have continued in this divine worship of Dogar and Kazon, but we required additional crew members and repairs to our cloaking device. So we departed the Jiglas constellation and set course for home. But before we had reached our region of space, we detected the passage of a nearby vessel, the Urquan drone. It informed us about you, so here we are. And now, you die!
That's like the end of the conversation. Now we're going to see the Hyper Melee. We get to pick our ship. We can play the Armada here, which is a Earth ship, or we can play with our big ship here. Let's play with the big ship. It's pretty good. There we go. Not the most optimal way to do it because we lost a bunch of crew.
What a beautiful sight, Captain.
But we did
I haven't
win.
seen an Avenger blown away like that since the battle in Draco. I guess you've shown that you can handle yourself in battle, Captain. So my last reservation about helping you has been dissolved. I will commit this station to helping free Earth and defeat the Urquan. We may get our atoms rearranged in the process, but by God, Captain, we're going to try. So the obvious first step is to get the precursor equipment and software over here so that we can make it work with our ship repair fabricators. But then what, Captain? A sensible plan, Captain. Let's get to work. Good luck. By the way, Captain, I think we need a name for this new alliance we're going to forge. And since it was your idea, it's only fair that you get the honor of naming it. So, what will it be?
What shall our name be? The New Alliance of Free Stars, the Concordance of Alien Nations, United Federation of Worlds, or the Empire of Fillerby? I like the United Federation
That
of
has a
Worlds.
familiar ring to it. Nonetheless, we'll make it so. The United Federation of Worlds. Now, Captain, I expect the configuration process for the starbase to take at least 2 weeks, so let's get to work. I have good news to report, Captain. We have successfully integrated the precursor technology from your ship into our fabricator system, and as you can see, we've already begun minor repairs on your ship, patching up some of the micrometeorite holes. We noticed that your ship does not have an emergency warp escape unit, so our engineers rigged up some for you and each of your escorts. Now, you should be able to escape from a bad situation with the touch of a button. But there is a cost, however. The unit gulps up 5 fuel units each time your precursor ship uses it. Also, we now have a limited capacity to make modifications to your ship, to refine starship fuel, to build additional combat ships, and to train new members of your crew for the flagship and any ships you acquire for your fleet. Captain, I know you're eager to get to work, so I'll be brief. If you have any questions how this starbase works, what resources we need, or just some background information on the galaxy, don't hesitate to ask.
Awesome. Get minerals to offload. Let's do that. We make a bunch of
The more minerals you
RUs.
bring us, Captain, the faster we'll be able to tackle the Urquan.
And there's some additional background information. I don't think we'll do that. We'll say goodbye.
Minerals, Captain.
Awesome. So we can outfit our starship here. This is our starship. These are all the things you can do. You can add more fuel. You can add modules here. This is a fuel tank module we have. We have a crew pod to add more crew. Remember, crew is the life of your ship. So having more crew is good. The storage bay, you can only carry so many minerals on your ship. This is our storage bay. And at the front here, we have our ion gunboat, which you saw in the battle. We also have our landers. We can add more landers here. These are our thrusters, which allow us to turn. This is our, no, these are turning jets, sorry. This allows us to turn. Thrusters is our speed at moving forward. And we can add more stuff if we choose to. So if I clicked here, I could pick a true pod, a storage bay, another fuel tank, a dynamo unit, which I think is a combat unit, more guns, all good. We don't want to do that right now. What we do want to do is add a bit more fuel. So let's go up to maybe our max fuel here, which is 60. Awesome. Oh, perfect. Exit that menu. We go to the shipyard. Here's our ships. So let's add crew to here. We'll fill out our crew again to 50. Perfect. We have our starship here. We can build a new starship if we want to. We only have one option for starships right now, and they're 1100, which is a little expensive. I might pick up one anyhow. Actually, I don't think I will. I think what I'll do is, because the ship is much better here, I want to module, I definitely want to move a little faster. So let's build a thruster, so we're faster. Let's build a turn jet, so we're a little better at turning. And let's grab another storage bay, and then we'll call that good. Do I want to grab another one of these? I can't afford it, so no. Grabbing a second one of these could probably be good too, but I think we'll just wait, and we'll mine out the Earth system probably. So, but then we'll, so I'll jump back after I do some mining and maybe some upgrades. Maybe we meet something interesting. So we landed on this planet. We're on Pluto now. And I found this little ship here. So I've been mining out all the exterior planets, the outer planets of the solar system. And so it's the last planet, Pluto, so let's go check out this. So this ship attacked us. They've killed a bunch of members of our people. We asked for emergency dispatch. Thank you.
Attention, a big, mean, hostile alien vessel hovering overhead in an obvious attack posture. This is Spotty, Captain Whiffle. I know you are going to torture me, so let's just get this over with right now. The coordinates of my homeworld, Spatiwa, are 241.6 by 368.7, and the ultra-secret Spatty cipher, which is known only by me and several billion other Spatty, is Happy Muffy Duffy. Sorry about that little mistake with your landing vehicle. I was so startled when it approached my vessel in a threatening manner that my automated defense systems fired on it when it got too close. I hope nobody got hurt. Of course, as I said, I am Captain Photo of the Spotty Warship Star Runner. Our sensors have tracked your entry into the system, which you are no doubt here to conquer. And while you are certainly welcome to do so, we would be greatly appreciative if you would please just go away and forget this star system ever existed. If you don't go, it will greatly complicate our master-slave relationship with the Earth One, who stationed us here to watch over the Earthlings. Phew, thanks. For a minute there, I thought you were going to kill me. About 20 years ago, this region of space was dominated by a loose confederation known as the Alliance of Free Stars, which was composed of the aliens native to these parts who did not want to be enslaved. They made a valiant effort against the superior Urquan forces. It even looked like they might miraculously defeat the combined Urquan armada, right up to the point at which the Urquan totally defeated, indeed annihilated them. When the Urquan armada entered the system to subjugate formerly the Earthlings, the Urquan presented the humans with the standard slave options. Join the hierarchy, as combat roles, and retain some autonomy, including the right to travel through space, or become a fellow species and return to pre-atomic savagery on the surface of their homeworld, encased for all time beneath an impenetrable force shield. The humans chose the latter option, and so were swiftly imprisoned on the surface of Earth. But the Earthman didn't trust them to obey the restrictions, so they chose a small group of hierarchy combat starships from the Inlet and Spartan fleets to create the so-called Earth Guard and station them at a base on Earth's moon. Our masters don't really keep us very well informed about their goings-on, so that all we know is that immediately after the subjugation of the last Alliance race, the Hut, I think, the Urquan gathered their dreadnoughts and departed for the edge of the galaxy, commanding us to obey the slave laws or face their wrath when they returned. Well, I really want to, but I'm just not sure that under the present circumstances, joining you in your exciting and also dangerous space adventures would be the best course of action right now, because the Urquan could return at any minute, and the punishment they would bestow on me for such treason would make any other horrible death seem like big fun by comparison. Thanks for the offer, though. Originally, we were stationed on Earth's moon, which made us Spotty a bit uneasy because with each passing day we grew more and more worried about the sneaky Earthlings making a surprise attack. So the Ilred kept telling us that it was impossible since the Earthlings had no ships or weapons whatsoever. That made us feel a bit better, but when the Ilrat left, again we grew fearful and decided to make a strategic redeployment to Mars. Later on we decided it would be prudent to relocate to Jupiter's moon, Ganymede, then later Saturn's moon, Titan, and finally here to Pluto. The Ilrat contingent were supposed to be the toughest ridge crest, the most rigid flipper, yes, the backbone of the Earth Guard force. But they departed the system en masse not long after the last Urquan dreadnought vanished from this region of space. They claimed to have received a direct order from their gods of evil and darkness, who had grown dissatisfied with the Ilrat's passivity and wanted them to kill, or at least torture someone soon. Personally, I believe they just got bored and went off to have some fun. Well, when they were pushing up into hyperspace 18 years ago, we asked them that very question, and I think they said something to the effect of,
Real soon.
we decided that if the Earthlings figured out we had abandoned the base on Luna, they would be more likely to try something sneaky. So, we rigged up some old service androids and ordered them to drive around on the lunar surface in bulldozers, endlessly pushing around the same piles of dirt. In addition, we connected the base's local radio transmitter to an audio malnorme fun rum called Winky's Happy Night, hoping they would think we were still there. Over the past years, it became necessary to redeploy strategically some of our Earth-Guard forces to our homeworld in case of a sudden surprise attack by a vicious, unrelenting alien race which we Spotty call the Ultimate Evil. Dozens, that is to say scores and perhaps even hundreds of my brethren stride through the corridors of this specially modified, super-efficient, mass-destruction-oriented starship, which could lay siege to an entire planetary system should we choose to do so, which, fortunately for you, we have decided not to do today. I am undone. You are far too clever for a poor Spotty like me, and now I must submit to your superior alien intellect. I guess I am not revealing any truly important secrets if I tell you that each of my species' Illuder-class void ships typically holds 30 Spotty crewmen, though at present my vessel, the Star Runner, is not up to full complement due to the needs of my homeworld in their resistance against the Ultimate Evil. And in fact, my vessel is somewhat understaffed right now, seeing as how I am the only spotter on board, which is a bit frightening, as I am sure you can understand. How true, Captain, how true! In truth, just between us, during the past 7 years, I have been quite ill at ease, and yet now I find myself enjoying your company. This witty dialogue, and the presence of your huge, powerful, death-dealing starship, which, being my friend, you would certainly feel compelled to use in order to save me from any hostile life forms who threatened me with death. Happy days and jubilation! I discard all prejudice and hesitations and accept and celebrate your offer of protection and your undying commitment to my well-being. I must wax melancholy for just a moment though, and make sure you understand that any other Spotty ships we meet at large in the galaxy are not going to be quite so responsive to your friendly gestures as myself, since they bear more heavily the yoke of Urquan enslavement and are also apt to talk themselves out of allying with a totally unknown alien, which I, having been left here alone, cannot do. Welcome me aboard, Captain.
And there we go. We've got Fwiffo and the Spathy, which I thought would be fun to show you. Out here on Pluto, and we got their ship. So now we have 2 combat ships plus our main ship. So as you can see, those are some of the fun aliens, and as I go back to Earth, I'll talk about why I love this game. First off, the depth of the aliens. As you saw, we've seen 3 aliens now, the Urquan, the Ilrath, and the Spathy. All very fun, all very different, all very well voice acted. It's just amazing. Flying around here can be a little fun. And it's just cool, as well as the diversity of the ships, as you'll see in the Hyper Melee is very cool. The ability to modify your main ship is kind of cool because you're kind of building a floating base as you go around. It's super fun.
Captain, I'm glad you made it back in one piece.
Thank you. Minerals to offload, perfect. So all those minerals we got from the outer planets was super
Not
good.
a bad job, Captain. Try to avoid getting gruesomely killed, Captain.
It has a great story, a great progression. It talks about things like friendship and working together to defeat evil. You can turn bad guys over to your side in this game. It's very, very cool. Let's crew our main ship back up. Let's crew the Spathy ship up. And these sub-ships can be like pop crew holders for your main ship, so when your main ship gets hurt, you can fill them up with this by transferring them over here, which is very cool. Anything else we want to outfit the starship with? We could use some more fuel, so let's grab some fuel here. Go back up. Let's grab one more lander in case we lose one on the road. Maybe one more fuel pod. How much is a fuel pod? 500? No, it's not a big deal. We'll do that. Let's grab some thrusters. keep us moving. There we go. Because faster is better. We can outrun enemies if we're pretty fast. And let's finish fueling up. So I hope that you consider this game either in on Steam or downloading the free app off of the Urquan Masters webpage. This is absolutely one of the best role-playing games ever created, in my opinion. And I really encourage you to try it. The graphics, even though they're old and 8-bitty and have a weird resolution because it's an old game, they're still awesome. The last thing I'm just going to show before we sign out here is the hyperspace thing, but I really encourage you to try out this game. It is absolutely amazing. And here's hyperspace. So this is how we travel between systems, and you can see there are other systems around here on the map. We're the one in the middle here, so if we go over here, there's another system just over here, right here. This is Alpha Centauri, I think. Or Sirius, there we go, and there's a ship already floating here, which we can meet if we wanted to. Oh, looks like I missed the ship. I don't know how I missed the ship, but we'll go take a look. I think this is a Pekunk ship, if I remember correctly. No, this is an alien probe. Okay, well, anyhow. This episode's getting a bit long, so I just encourage you to try out this game. It's awesome, it's fun, it's amazing. I highly recommend it. Even though it's an older game, give it a try. It's got a great story, a great ending. You'll sink many hours into this game. It's well worth it. So, this is Star Control 2. See you in the next time we spotlight another game. Bye-bye.